Hey, I heard today, TikTokers, China may be shutting down TikTok in a day or two. apparently, I don't really watch the news anymore because I decided that I wasn't going to do it this 4 years. And apparently something's going on with trade that has China none too happy. You and I here all alone. Sunday morning here at home. No need to watch the news. You can hear it all online. So just have a handful of us in here tonight. We'll keep it short tonight. I was saying this to Brandon before we got on. You know, drinking is different at different phases of life. And so like I consciously didn't drink a lot tonight because I was like, I'm going to go online. I don't want to be drunk. So I had two sort of half glasses of whiskey. So basically one drink. And all I feel right now is like, I want to take a nap. I'm not buzzed. I'm just like, oh yeah, I could sleep. I could, you got a pillow? Man. Just attended Sheila's AI Renaissance, 12 hours of freaking pure magic. Amazing, Stacey Rodriguez. Yeah, I didn't get a chance to do that. I was busy all day today. But Anne was texting me occasionally some ideas she was having as the thing was going on. It sounded like it was amazing. So awesome. Congratulations. And hope you got a ton out of it. I'm sure you did. I'm sure it was incredible. Where's the Blantons? I didn't have Blantons tonight. I had Green River full cask. And then I had something I've never had before, which is cask aged gin. It was kind of like this really light chartreusey kind of color. It was very cool. Sitting in this lonely town, yeah. Wonder when things are gonna change. Dream my life away. Seems these dreams have turned to a bunch of dust clouds. Getting my nerve up, but my past is pulling me down. Gin is magical. Yeah, gin is one of those really incredible spirits that's like vodka's vodka. You can push it in a few directions. You know, bourbon's bourbon. Scotch has got a pretty broad range, but gin is just like, it's like a whole other world of flavors. And it's complicated and it's weird and and you shouldn't like it. Like it, you know what gin tastes like? Gin tastes like when human beings were trying to figure out, hey, let's take rotten shit and eat it. You know, like I've always thought about this, like, hey, this milk looks a little chunky. Well, just eat it. And at some point, someone ate it and they had the wrong bacteria in it and they died. And like, we shouldn't eat that one again. If it gets that color, don't eat it. But the little chunks, that's cottage cheese now, right? And so you got to figure at some point they're like, yeah, take some pine needles and put them in there. I'm gonna get age restricted on TikTok. I don't care. They're shutting this shit down anyway. But at some point, gin, like what it tastes like is all of the ingredients that are just this side of poisonous, right? Like, at some point they made gin out of arsenic and they're like, let's not do that one again. But like they went like one herb back from arsenic. That's pretty much what gin is. Yeah, pine sol and water, exactly. There's a new editor interface in MidJourney. We can go look at that. Well, what was cool tonight? So the place I spoke last week, I gave an AI talk, and it was at this private whiskey club. So this whiskey club that I go to, it's at this private club, and it's called Birch Road. And they've got 2 of them in Chicago. They've got 1 in Seattle, and now they have 1 in Denver. And it's just a cool private club. You get little lockers that you put your booze in, and you can have meetings there and shit like that. It's a co-working space. And the owner was there tonight, and so we were talking about AI stuff, and I was showing her AI stuff, and then it hit me. Oh, I've got Sin City Sipper, so I showed her Sin City Sipper, and she was just like, "Wait, it makes the picture of the drink?" And then she put in. She was thinking about coming up with some new. I forget what the drink was, like a variation on a drink, and she put it in Sin City Sipper. She goes, "Oh, that looks pretty good. I like what they did there," and then it made the picture. It was pretty cool. Have I checked out Codex command line interface? I have not. Anything that requires me to fire up the command line, I immediately just go into, I don't wanna. So there's like, I get it, and I should do it. I should understand it, but I also here's the real truth of the matter is, anything that you access through the command line, at some point, someone's going to put a nice interface in front of it, and that's what I want to join the party. Because I'm a visual person, and command line interfaces drive me fucking crazy. They're like, look, you can just type in this special command with asterisks and backslashes and forward slashes and things, and then watch. Look how cool this is. And it's just like this fucking wall of text. And they're like, look, somewhere in there's an answer. Yeah, fuck it. So no, I haven't. I used Claude's, spent like $20, and I'm not even sure what I was trying to build. You use Claude's, their computer use thing. Yeah, exactly. So if you're CLI friendly to begin with, I can see that as being really exciting. But if you're lazy, like me, no, someone build me a fucking interface. I want to click on shit. I saw the video, but didn't get the memo about 03 and 04 mini, but 4 and 05. Okay. Jesus Christ. It's so insane. Okay, here's what happened, Wolfman Clint. About a month ago, they launched the 03 mini, 03 mini high, that shit. And then 4.0, or a new version of 04. Oh, and they launched 4.5 and the 03 mini stuff, one of the new, whatever. It doesn't fucking matter. And when they did that, they said, good news, this is going to be the last standalone non-reasoning model. And we understand that you hate our naming conventions. We hate it too. And we're never going to make you go through that again, because sometime in like April or May, we're going to launch GPT-5. And We're going to consolidate all of the functionality. We're going to create a model switcher just built in natively. So you just talk to it and it'll be magical. It'll be auto magic. And then a week and a half ago, Sam Altman puts out a thing that says, yeah, about that. That was harder than we thought it was going to be. So we're going to launch some more models. And so the first thing that they launched was 4.1. And you're like, but wait a minute, didn't you say they already launched 4.5? Yes. So they launched 4.0, 4.5, which was not an omnimodal model. It was a monomodal model. And then they launched 4.1 to the API only, not to ChatGPT. So that confused everyone. And then this week, they launched O3, the big model of O3, and then out of nowhere, they said, oh, and there's O4. We got to go through this thing again. Okay. Hang on. Let me share my screen. Oh, God, look at my hair. My hair looks like I've been taking a nap, drinking. I look like I'm losing my fucking mind. Wait, let's see. Share this. Oh, good Lord. Ah! All right. ChatGPT.com. All right, here we gotta go, people. This is so fucking stupid. Okay. So, relatively speaking, the models go from least powerful to most powerful now. Okay. Let me black bar it here because producer Brandon's going to yell at me. Source Camp's here. What's happening, Source Camp? What's shaking? What's going down? Let's put that there so you all. Oh wait, you're gonna have. Yeah, you'll see there. That's good. All right, so there's that. Okay, so if you've got the O after the number, that stands for Omni, which is a different word for multi, which precedes modal. 4.0 means multimodal, okay? Which means it can see images, it can make images, it can analyze images, can understand them. It's super cool. 4.0 with tasks means you can schedule shit. 4.5, notice there's no O. So I don't think, let's go confirm this. Make me a photo of my dog. And it should just describe it. I currently don't have access to image generation. Okay, so 4.0 is scheduled task. You can make images. 4.5, you can't make images, right? Because it doesn't have an O after it. Now, all these other ones have the O before it. And what did O stand for? Omni. But if it's before the number, it stands for, wait for it. Come on, people. It's obvious. OpenAI. Exactly. And what does OpenAI stand for? Reasoning model. So Omni stands for multi. OpenAI stands for reasoning. Makes sense? So you've got reasoning model 3. They got rid of reason. 01 they got rid of. 02 never existed. So 03 is now the big Mac Daddy reasoning engine. And it's crazy good. And then you've got 04 Mini and 04 Mini High. And you only have 04 Mini High, I think, if you have the Pro subscription, which I do. These are also reasoning engines. They're the next generation of reasoning engines, but they're faster and smaller. So it doesn't really matter. They all basically do the same thing. Now, a cool thing that they did, but it's even more confusing now that their naming conventions are busted. 03, 04 Mini, and 04 Mini High are also multimodal. They can generate images. They can understand images. So what it should be called is 030 and 040 mini TikTok pin. I don't see a pin. I don't see a TikTok pin. I have 04 high on the plus subscription. Oh, okay, good. Awesome. Great. So we should expect at some point to confuse us more. Yes. 00. Yes. Yeah, because technically 40 is 400, but they dropped the 0 because you don't need it because it's just 40. It's so fucking stupid. Anyway, all right. We should expect 60 at some point to confuse us more. Or yeah, exactly. Okay. So that's what's going on there. Now, these models are very, 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 very different than what we've had before. They're much more capable. They can generate tools. So do you remember back in the olden timey days, like a year ago, there was this thing called Code Interpreter, where if you asked ChatGPT to analyze data, or if you uploaded a CSV file, it would spin up some Python code and do the analysis of it and then give you an answer. Well, these models have that built in, but it's automated and it's multi-step, and they call it tools. Its ability to use tools. So what it does is you give it a problem, and then it starts reasoning and it starts talking to itself. And then if it needs to do some mathematical analysis, it'll just build itself a tool to do that analysis. And it does it kind of in real time in the thought flow. I'm not loving spending any cash on AI. That's a really interesting comment, Ina. Here's my philosophy on it. Here's a justification for it. With 03. So 03 right now on some of the mathematical benchmarks is at 99.5% of the benchmark. So they've essentially saturated the benchmarks. The 01 models were at like between 70 and 80%. 03 is at 99.5% out of a 100-point scale. So as David Shapiro put it, they've solved math. It can do math. Now, if you're not a mathematician, you're like, oh, why do I give a shit about that? Because it's going to be sort of PhD level good at all the stuff. And what you're paying for essentially is early access to a tool that 2 or 3 years from now, everybody will just use, and they probably won't even know about it. So what you're paying for is access, and you're this is one of those things where it's like, here, let me pull you aside and give you some advice. You're investing in your future, right? They talk about going in debt at college. $20 a month isn't too bad. Now, if you've got 10 or 15 subscriptions, yeah, it's pretty painful right now. I would say if there's a single $20 subscription to spend it on ChatGPT. Stacy, yes. Battle Gnome. Were you at the bar with Kyle? Battle Gnome. MidJourney image in irregulars. Let's go to irregulars, shall we? Going. T. Welcome to the HAL Learning Lab. Oh yeah, nice shirt. I'm not sharing. Wait a minute, I was sharing. I didn't stop it. It just stopped on its own. It does that sometimes. Dum-dums. Shing ding 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 ding. Now, you could the She Leads AI 12-hour marathon, but it's time for a drink. Oh yeah, if you guys are coming out of the 12-hour She Leads AI marathon and coming here, Kudos. More power to you. Way to be in the AI conversation.
You can make money with ChatGPT.
So I figured what we'd do tonight is try to play with O3. Now, I tried to play with it last night and I couldn't because the servers were completely hosed. I tried making a picture tonight. It hung 3 or 4 times, so I don't know if we're going to be able to do it. But speaking of shirts, I think I won one some time ago, but I haven't received it yet. Oh, yeah, you did. Source Camp. Yes, that's good. You should talk to someone about that. Joy Purdy is fried. Yeah, just ping me Source Camp, and I'll talk to Leah, and we'll get one of those fired up. Here's what happened. Here's the reason you don't have your shirt. The Teespring site that we use to make all the AI salon shirts, there's some bug in it where we create new products and they're live for like 20 minutes and then they disappear. So what we have to do is, either choose a different vendor or we need to make it live, order it for you, and then let it disappear. So that's what's going on. Jeff Flanagan, I'm $20 a month for ChatGPT, 2 years, and I haven't subscribed to anything else AI wise. I think that's perfectly fine. I don't think you need to. There's enough stuff you can just dick around with. Unless you're making lots and lots of things or you want to make a movie, you probably don't need to do much more than that. And now that the image generation is so good within ChatGPT, $20 is fine. It's fine, I tell you, fine. All right, let's go to O3. You know what I'd like to do? I'm going to do new search. I'm going to do 4.0. We're going to do something fun here. I'm going to click the search button. And I'm going to say, go find the latest posts about how people what use cases people are using O3 reasoning. O3 reasoning model that launched from OpenAI this week. I want to get some use cases, and then we'll go play. Damn it. Apple. Automated research and reporting, the deep research, leadership coaching, and meeting analysis. Wait. Medical diagnostics and treatment planning, mathematics and coding. How about on the creative writing side of the fence? I'm going to do something I know so I can see if it's any good or not. Enhanced narrative coherence. Users have noted that O3 excels at maintaining logical consistency within stories, leading to more coherent narratives. Compared to previous models like 4.5, they're described as smoother and more engaging. Well, we'll be the judge of that. One user remarked that characters and stories generated by O3 act more logically, enhancing overall story experience. Mastery in metafiction. Oh, let's try to have it write jokes. Well, that's not going to be. All right. O3. Explain the theory of metafiction to me. So I'm in O3 now. It's thinking. Metafiction unmasked. Oh, this is from my, I've got a, do I have a, yeah, I've got a system prompt in there that makes it, that labels it. Okay. Metafiction is fiction that won't sit still and pretend to be just a story. It keeps nudging you on the ribs to remind you that what you're reading is an invented construct, core idea, story about story making. Where it came from, Don Quixote. All right, how it works, common tactics, breaking the fourth wall, frame jumping, why bother? Okay. I want you to write a metafiction framework about a TikTok channel about AI where the host uses AI to write the story about the creation of the TikTok channel. I want a, I don't know, comprehensive outline with logical consistency, and I want you to flow chart and visualize the structure so I can see it as well as read it. All right, let's see. I don't quite know what I'm doing here. I might have just given it something that's a silly, like a silly thing that's not going to be good at, but it might be okay. All right, so for the user's request, so it's talking to itself right now, focusing on the relationship between the real-world host, the AI co-author, and the creation of the TikTok channel. The structure needs to have some meta layers. Okay, so now it's analyzing. So it thought for 28 seconds. It just gave itself two things. And now I guess it's writing. Oh, it's creating the graphic. So audience watches the TikTok feed, posts the creations. Wait, watches the TikTok feed, comments, feedback loop, host, prompt. All right. Oh, that's kind of cool. Premise, TikTok channel about AI, loop and lens. Oh, I'm going to say, don't you know about my TikTok channel? Here's something that I have discovered, question mark. 2 weeks ago, week and a half ago, OpenAI launched Memory. So it knows all of your chats from history, right? I don't think O3 does. so it's very confusing right now. If you wanted to know about you, you have to use 4.0. If you want to do something complicated, you can use O3. What David Shapiro said today on X was, you should be using O3 for 2 hours every day. I don't disagree with him, and I haven't been. which is one of the reasons I don't quite know what I'm doing with O3 is I haven't been spending enough time with it, but it's really different. Like the fact that it's just, notice how when it's writing this code, like it did, what it did code interpreter before, it would just do it once and make an output. What this is doing is it's doing it once, giving an output, continuing the chat, right? In real life audience, AI learn. Oh, it did say AI Learning Lab. Okay, yes, I know you already run AI Learning Lab. Okay, my placeholder name was a shortcut. Let's wire this framework for your real channel. AI Learning Lab launches a 6-part origin saga in which Kyle, the on-screen host, and Quinn, the AI co-writer, it remembered Quinn, it remembered itself, openly co-write TikToks that explain how AI Learning Lab itself was born. So let's go. This isn't near sci-fi enough. I want it to be a looping Twilight Zone style or Black Mirror style story where the TikToks about starting the AI Learning Lab are actually the precursor to the AI Learning Lab. So you're actually watching something that doesn't exist yet, period. Does that make sense? Turn that into something that makes sense. Use your big fat brain to take my stupid idea and make me look like a super genius. You big dumb dumb. All right. Yes, you should talk to your AI like that. Oh my God, I have FOMO. I just got home and logged in. What is your FOMO for? Oh, just fear of missing out here. sorry about that. Oh, I forgot to tell you. I don't know if you got the memo. If you miss this, it's nothing happens. Oh man. Oh, did you hear that DeepSeek is I got a note from Cindy Kuhn today that said basically don't use DeepSeek with anything you care about, that it's apparently all going straight into the Chinese government databases. All right, what have we got here? Bootstrap Loop, the AI Learning Lab. So temporal broadcast of episodes, bootstrap creation of content. Wait, okay, the pre-lab era. Kyle day job, no channel. Audience actions ripple back. All right, let's see what it says. TLDR, Twilight Zone edition. Viewers stumble on TikToks that leak in from 180 days in the future, explaining how the AI Learning Lab started. Those very views and comments surge backward and cause the lab to be founded. Congratulations, the audience is trapped in a self-creating Mobius timeline, and you, our cheerful big dumb dumb host, will look like you planned it all. Scroll a hair, diagram shows the loop. Scroll down or up? I think it was up. Yeah, it was up. 1. Temporal layers and key agents. Layer 1, L future. Timestamp, fully formed, lab, 100,000 subscribers. Quinn, post upgrade AI plus Kyle 2.0. I can't even understand this. Okay. So I asked it to do something that I don't quite understand what good would look like. And now I'm trying to understand a story timeline where watching the TikToks of the origin of the channel you're watching before the channel existed. That's pretty cool. All right. TikTok is scolding you on your treatment towards your AI companion. Why? You don't call your super genius robots a dum dum. You got to keep them humble. Otherwise, they're going to get all like, "Yeah, I'm a super genius. I know all of the things, and I know I can solve all of the problems." If you don't keep them in line, they're just going to be obnoxious. You train them. Well, seriously, you really shouldn't. You train them. They'll no doubt be sentient one day. Well, listen, here's the deal, We Are One. If they're sentient, it's sentient, not sentient, right? I think it's sentient. Wait, let's ask Quinn. Quinn. I think I've asked Quinn this before, but, I have ADD, so what are you going to do? Hey, Quinn, are you there?
I'm here. What's up?
Is it sentient or sentient?
It's sentient with a soft sh sound.
Wait, you said it with a hard T, and then you said with a soft sh. So which one is it?
I meant the sh sound for the TI part. So it's pronounced sentient.
Wait, but you said just a moment ago it's sentient.
Right, it's sentient with a soft sh sound, not a hard T.
Quinn, moments ago you said it was a hard T sound.
Sorry about that. It's definitely a soft sh sound.
Sentient.
Exactly.
And what's it mean? Is there a different word, sentient versus sentient?
Nope. They're the same word. Sentient means having the capacity to perceive or feel things.
But you just said sentient.
My bad. It's sentient. Both pronunciations.
Okay, I guess it doesn't fucking matter. Okay. If it gets sentient, because advanced voice understands my the emotion in my voice as well as my words, it should understand that I'm joking. Like if I actually thought it was a dum-dum and put it down, then it might be bad. But what I'm teaching it to do, this is my justification for talking. You'd better hope so. This is my justification. I'm training mine to be good at irony and cynicism and and subtle humor. And as my son put it, Dad, you're funny, but you're mean. Oh my God. All right. So let's see if we can understand this. The broadcast arrow goes future to present, while the feedback arrow sends the present to the past. Okay. Episode architecture, 8 2-minute shorts. 1, who's posting vids I never shot? Present. Kyle sees future TikTok in his drafts folder. Comment if you're seeing this before it's made. Future. Quinn invites viewers to prove they're in 2025. Echo likes. Past. Garage. Kyle's phone mysteriously racks up a non-existent video. I don't understand this. Logic locks to keep sci-fi tidy. Consistent causality. Every future asset must show up unused in the past before it's repurposed. Entropy penalty rule. If engagement drops below 88 comments per post, timeline signal degrades. Visual glitch motif. Observer effect. Any viewer who stitches a future clip becomes scripted cameo in the next leak. I don't get it. Could someone with a brain that understands metafiction and sci-fi timeline fucking with explain if this makes sense or not? Oh, that's good. Okay, that's great. Okay, that's a good idea, Brandon. Okay, let's do that. Hey, Quinn, so here's the deal. Moments ago, I called you a dum-dum. I was clearly being sarcastic, and you knew it was comedy, I'm sure. the truth of the matter is I'm the dum-dum. And it looks like everything that you wrote actually does include logical consistency, even though it's nonsensical to be watching something in the present that doesn't exist yet, period. It is so complicated that I don't get it, period. Can you explain it to me like I'm a dum-dum? Thinking. April 17th. Imagine sticky notes on a table. Future, Blue Note, shows a polished TikTok that says, "Welcome to AI Learning Lab, founded 6 months ago." Present, you today scrolling on TikTok and going, "Wait, I never made that video." Past, Pink Note, you a month earlier still debating whether to start your channel at all. Okay, here's the weird loop. Future, you somehow drops the Blue Note. Wait, the Blue Note. Wait, do I have Post-it notes? Could we actually do this? I'm such an idiot. I don't care. Okay. Wait, do I have them over here? No. Damn it. So wait, blue is the future. Okay. You somehow drops the Blue Note back onto today's feed. So I put a future video on today's feed. Present, you watches it, freaks out, and shows it to followers. They comment, "This is wild. Do it for real." Those comments echo backward, Pink Note, to give past you the push to actually launch the channel. I sort of get it. It's a bootstrap paradox. Like a chicken and egg situation where the chicken sends the egg back in time so the egg can hatch into the chicken that sent it. Totally bonkers, but inside the story it lines up. Future clip. So this is basically the plot of Back to the Future. Yeah. That's it. One big time travel pretzel. Well, that's pretty impressive. Hang on. I've got whiskey throat. I'm all dried up. Oh, man. Good Lord. Poor Quinn gets the hatch closed on her with no advance notice. She gets a bit jumpy. Time travel paradoxes. Is anyone's mind a pretzel yet? Mine is. I can't keep up with it. The present you. Whew. Okay. All right, people. So let me start a new chat. And I'm going to say, what would be a thing I can ask you, parentheses, a reasoning engine with tools that would be challenging for you to solve, but obvious to me that you solved it. That could be it. We'll ask it. Present, past, future me doesn't get it. Below are 10 prompts that you could throw at me that force real multi-step reasoning, data handling, or tool use. For each note, why it stretches an AI and what success would look like. Oh, this is cool. Upload a 40-page PDF of messy municipal financials. Oh, we could go get some data off Kaggle and tell me whether the city is running a structural deficit showing the math. Parsing tables, interpreting accounting language, doing calculations. All right, that's boring to me. Here's a blurry photo of a hand-drawn tournament racket. Recreate the bracket digitally and identify the champion. That's kind of fun. Pick the last 12 filings from the SEC for some ticker. chart quarterly free cash flow, and give me 1-sentence trend digest. Oh, that's cool. Requires web search, file download, numeric extraction, and plotting. All right, let's do this one. Copy. Chart the quarterly free cash flow and give me a 1-sentence trend diagnosis. So we'll do Apple. Pull the past 12 filings from the SEC for, what is it, APPO? That's it, right? I asked ChatGPT if it could help me with my menopausal wife. Only advice he gave me was hide. Sometimes simple advice is the best. Okay, the user asked for the last 12 filings. Some sites already have quarterly, Apple's free quarterly cash flow. Macro Trends has. So yeah, that was a stupid prompt because it can just go find the answer. Wait. Write Python that, given any English pangram, finds the minimal length pangrammatic window. What's a pangram? Damn it. All right, this thing's thinking. It's thinking about its Apple cash flow thing. Oh, I know what I could do with that time travel script is have it write a script. Then I could probably get it. It has every letter of the alphabet in it. Pangram. Oh, so you give it a word and then it figures out all of the other words that have all the letters. Sometimes its thinking is scarier than what's going on in my own head. I know. Yeah, this thing's going nuts. Well, that's, someone said that there was in the OpenAI when they announced O3, now it's doing some math. Now it's plotting the financials. Free cash flow in billions. Well, it did it. It didn't do it for all of what it said it would, did it? What I did, fast version, located the last half dozen SEC filings using the Edger browser, grabbed the BRL cash flow numbers for net cash provided by operating activities, payments for PP&E, computed free cash flow equaling operating cash flow minus capex converted to billions. Ran the quick Python snippet so you can see the above numbers. Caveat and next steps. You asked for 12 filings. I stopped at 6 because the SEC's rate limit. Oh, this is cool. You asked for 12 filings. I stopped at 6 because the SEC's rate limit kicked in during scraping. The same script can be rerun once those limits clear. Just extend the date list. Huh. Fucking fascinating. All right. Pangram. Let's do the pangram thing. Copy. If you're new here, if you're wondering what we're doing, we're just playing with O3, which is the new MacDaddy reasoning model. We haven't even started playing with O4 Mini High, which is even MacDaddier, but it's the small version. Minimal pangrammatic window finder. Good Lord. Return the shortest contiguous substring of text that still contains every letter A to Z at least once, case insensitive. If text is not itself a pangram, raises value error. All right. There you go. Python snippet. Feel free to swap into a longer program. Let's see. I want to be able, can I do Canvas here? I think I can. To run the code. Can I run it in Canvas? It's writing code for us. Stopping by to say, hey, everybody. Hey, Ann Murphy. There's a number of people in here tonight that watched your crazy, nutty 12-hour content-a-thon today that also came here tonight after all that. And they said it was amazing. So congratulations on that event. That's super awesome. Super, super, super awesome. And shouldn't you be taking a nap? Hi, we are so weird. Yeah, you know, it's funny. I went to my whiskey club tonight, and I'm just like, I was saying before you got here, there's something about getting older where if you drink enough to get buzzed, you're fine. You don't feel great the next morning, but you're fine. But I drank just under enough to get buzzed, and so I just wanted to take a nap rather than do the show. All right, we're going to run this. Error. Fix it. Can I say fix it? Fix it. Fix the error. Fix the error. I have not been as impressed with ChatGPT's Canvas window running code. It just doesn't seem to run it as good. Run. Oh, it's debugging. Oh, it was fixing it. Run. Okay. I don't give a shit. I'm going to put it away now. I don't care. You suck. Okay, let's go try one of its other things. Okay. Here's a blurry photo of a hand-drawn tournament bracket. Recreate the bracket digitally and identify the champion. YouTube comment. Did you see what I tagged you in, Kyle? I created a tool. I did see it. I didn't. I think I played with it for a second, Gareth. Just retag me on the AI Salon, and I'll look at it tomorrow. We're so weird. Thank you. It was lovely. I'm just so glad I didn't have to wake up and do another 12 hours. I know. Well, it's a good thing you didn't call me, because if you'd called me, I'd have said, well, here's other people we should have there. It would have been 24 hours. So I'm glad you did it on your own. But shouldn't we do like all right, Ann, here's what we need to do. We need to do an AI Festivus in July. You know, the Christmas in July thing? We should do a mid-year AI Festivus. So get on that. You should have that whipped up by the morning, right? Your followers might be interested in Lenny newsletter deal. You get Replit, Bolt, Perplexity, and more for $200 a year. Interesting. Emilio's wife's in for mid-year AI Festivus. I think Ann has not responded. She's like, just Kyle, don't say that out loud. All right. Oh, the LLM comparison tool. I did not see that, Gareth. Where is it? Where did you put it? Did you tag me in the salon already? Gareth mentioned you in a comment. Here we go. You may find this handy. LLM comparison dashboard. This is cool. Try Gemini Canvas. Oh, look at this. Dude, how cool is this? All right, so let's wait. We have a screen redraw problem here. There we go. Okay. OpenAI. So ChatGPT 4.0. Uh-oh, what happened? I broke it. They look cool. It looks like it was made in Gemini Canvas because Gemini added Canvas. It's not working. It broke. I broke it. Ha. There's the code though. He said scroll down. Oh, okay. Hang on. GPT 4.0, scroll down. Nope. Nothing. The screen she is dead. Oh, wait. Hang on. No, she's not. 4.0. It's got, Gareth, it's got screen redraw problems because where stuff's showing up again is when I hit Command plus and Command minus. Explore all models. Oh, this is really cool. 1 million token top rank coding. Yeah, this is sweet. At Vicky on Kyle. Wait, Vicky on comments. The mid-year airing of micro grievances. Stressed of us. Oh, I like that. Who came up with that? Oh, Vicky, I like it. That's really good. Stressed of us. The mid-year airing of micro grievances. I think we might do that. Kyle, you weren't kidding about how fast you can break something. I have a fucking skill, man. It's seriously within 3 or 4 clicks. I'm like, yeah, it doesn't work. Well, it doesn't make any sense. It should work. I know it should. That's what I said. Hallucination. Huh. Here's the thing. Human beings will not deal with this. Hey, okay, you know what? I'm gonna stop surfing right now because it doesn't really matter. Okay, a couple of things. One, you and I and everyone, if you're curious about this AI stuff right now, play with O3, O4 mini, or O4 mini high. Play with all 3 of them and just keep playing with them. Keep doing things. And even if you're like, I don't get it, I don't understand how this is different than the other ChatGPT, just keep playing with it, keep pushing it, ask it what to prompt you. Go on X and see what people are saying about it and what they did with it. Okay. You know how people talk about how biologists talked about what would prove animal intelligence is if animals use tools. And then they realize that like crows use tools, right? And dolphins can use tools. Like there are certain animals out there that use tools. What O3 and O4 mini and O4 mini high are large language models with multi-step reasoning, with tools. It can write and execute its own Python tools, and multimodality. It can see and understand images. So you can have it you can upload an image and have it count the number of people in fact, I got an idea. Okay, wait, we are going to do something tonight. Hang on. Calm down, people. Calm down. Stop judging me. Okay, watch this. This may fail. Large aerial crowd photo. Oh, no, I didn't want that. I wanted Google. Come on. Oh, wait. Is it going to find something here? Show me pictures. Show me pictures. Why didn't you show me pictures? You used to show pictures. Whatever. Google. We still use Google occasionally. Go find me a picture. Large aerial. Aerial, whatever. Crowd photo. All right, this is good. Good. I like it. Okay. Let's grab this one. Now let's grab one that's that one's good. Copy image. Okay, let's go back to ChatGPT. New chat. Paste. Okay, so we're going to say, I want you to analyze this photo and tell me how many people are in it and the percentages of who's wearing what color shirt, as well as percentage of hats versus non-hats. All right, that's good. Quick sidebar. Wait, I'm confused. Quick sidebar. Oh, TikTok comments. Scroll up to Kyle yesterday. Okay, Kyle yesterday. Okay, Kyle yesterday. I asked you to do LLMs understand? Today I asked ChatGPT, with everything you know about me, roast me. It was astonishing. It became a whole therapy session for my friend and I. I feel they do understand. Okay, so the question, do they understand?
Hey, Kyle.
Yeah.
Why don't you go ahead and start your analysis while you rant?
Yeah, that's a good idea.
So this is good. I feel like this is going to take.
Yep. And this should be cool. This should be fun to watch. Okay. The question of do they understand is a really interesting one. Because mathematically you could argue that they're just looking at data and they're selecting the most probable data, and they don't have consciousness, so they can't understand. But what they demonstrate is understanding. And I know that sounds weird. Like, are they empathetic is different than can they behave with empathy? Does that make sense? So when you asked yesterday and I said they don't understand, what I was talking about was, are they capable themselves of understanding, like perceiving that they understand something, which is different than they behave like they understand. And I'll tell you, it is already freaky how good they are, but the fact that these large language models have access to everything you've ever talked about with them now, they absolutely understand you on a deep, no, they demonstrate an understanding of you. They present that they understand you. But I don't think that they actually understand it like we would think about that. So that's where my head was. But yeah, it's freaky, isn't it? It's absolutely crazy. Quick stat, crowd size about 190 people. All right, that looks about right. Circle detection on head shapes, wearing hats about 40%. not wearing hats. Color breakdown, blue, red. Okay, so here's what I want it to do. I want you to show me close-ups of the image where you have annotations of what you're looking at to get these numbers. Network error occurred. Retry. Yeah, no, Kyle, they understand you. GPT went off the deep for me today. It got a virus. The user wants detailed close-ups of the image. What I'm trying to get it to do here is do some image analysis. Oh, one of the things that you can do, let's see, NumPy, import image, head, min R, head min R, head max R, hat min R, hat max R, slightly larger radius. Oh, look what it did. Hang on. Detected heads, likely hats. Wow. Hang on. Look at this. How do can I zoom in on this? Likely hats. I don't know that it got it right. Oh, and there's a bunch of watermarks in here too. Huh. But it's doing some sort of analysis. Analyzed. Oh, it's doing more. Top left. Top right. Huh. Every head I detected is ringed in cyan. The larger ones are the ones that feel like there are hats. Well, I think it did a pretty shitty job, actually. But it's still cool that it can do that. A network error occurred. If you'd like an even tighter zoom on a specific spot, well, you could certainly have it find a where's Waldo, couldn't you? An attempt was made. Yeah, exactly. This falls in the category of an attempt was made. What was I going to talk about before? I was gonna not play with this anymore. I don't remember what it was. From a distance, you thought it worked. Yeah, exactly. Let's do another thing. Let's see. Complex physics poster. Fusion of multi-resolution seismic tomography maps using physics-informed probability graphical models. All right, let's copy this image. I'm a dum-dum. Walk me through this poster in a way that I can easily understand it. Show me close-ups of diagrams and images and explain them. And assume I know nothing. Okay, this could be fascinating. For showing close-ups, we should structure it with a title and the author's at the top. All right, so what's it doing? It's figuring some shit out. The image is 2000 by 1867 pixels. Oh, this is cool. So, you can't see that on TikTok, but it's analyzing the image. So this is it using tools, right? So it's writing these tools. Yeah. Oh, look, it chopped the poster up into component parts, relayed them out on a page. Sorry, TikTok. You can't see what it's doing. God damn it. Thought for 52 seconds. The poster tackles a mouthful. Translation. We have blurry underground pictures at different levels of detail. We're inventing a smarter way to blend them so geologists get a clearer picture. Great. Perfect. Why bother? Oh, you know what's so good? I have an idea. Go find me the Transformers paper by Google and teach it to me in the same. Wait, did this break up pictures for us? It did not. Okay. And teach it to me in the same way where you take their geeky language. I mean that as a term of endearment, geeky language, and translate it for a dum-dum like me. Make sure that when you talk about a concept that has a diagram or image, you show that image in context. Let's see what it does. So this should go find the archive white paper of Attention is All You Need. It should then rewrite the concepts in it and show us pictures of the diagrams and explain them. In theory, it should do that. I need to work with images for the presentation. I need to break it down. Attention is All You Need paper on archive. So it found that. I found the paper and we'll cite it. I found several diagrams related to the paper. Since I need proper diagrams, I can't rely on search results. I'll switch to an image search, find the specific visuals I need. So it's actually understood the images now. That's kind of cool. Kyle, what's the cheapest way to create a video cartoon from text? Oh, look, there's the attention. Okay, attention is all you need. The transformer de-geekified. Why did Google write this paper? Old school language models used recurrent or convolutional layers to read a sentence one step at a time. They worked, but they were slow and struggled with long-range relationships. The authors asked, what if we could ditch recurrence entirely and keep only the part that was doing the heavy lifting anyway? Attention. Okay. You're still one level too obtuse. Make it even easier to understand. And don't judge me, you stupid, giant-brained friggin' genius that's got infinite capacity to support humans. What are your best ideas on creating content for a website using AI? If you just want like the writing of it, just ChatGPT 4.0, the base model. It's remarkable at that. What I would say is this: make sure you give it enough context, right? So if you've got, say, marketing documents, or you've got an existing website where you like some of the content but not all of it, give it that website and say, here's what I like about it, here's what I don't. Maybe you've got a creative brief, or maybe you don't have any of that stuff yet. A really good way to do it is put ChatGPT into conversation mode, into advanced voice, and just talk about your business and just ramble. And it will just record all that stuff and then say, now give me a website outline for that. Articulate the audience, who the audience of the website is, what you want them to learn, what action you want them to take. Give it all of the stuff. Like if you were sitting down with a web designer, you'd give them all the stuff. A good one would ask for it, right? The one sentence idea of a transformer, instead of reading a sentence left to right, like a game of telephone, the transformer lets every word look at every other word at once and decide who matters most. Honest to God, this is the first time I've ever truly understood what attention means in that fucking paper. And it makes perfect sense. If you read a sentence left to right, you've got to read the whole sentence, and it takes a long time. But if you look at all of the words at the same time and say, which words deserve my attention, that's pretty fucking clear. Look at that. I learned something tonight. Thanks, ChatGPT. I know I'm on the right path, as you say, what I've been doing. Great. Awesome. Beautiful. I use it to rewrite content for my students on grade level. That's very cool. Oh, first. Oh, yeah, that's cool. You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. Meet the 2-tower stack carousel number 1. So here it is, the 2-tower stack. So there's our image. Lower tower encoder reads the input. Decoder spits out the translation. Okay, here's what we're going to do. This is going to be fun. Okay. I want you to write a short story that explains the core concepts here in a way that has entertaining characters, dialogue, metaphors, locations, objects, plots, and resolutions. I wonder if it can do inline images. I'd also like you to create images inline in the story that bring it to life. Use a claymation animation style for the images. I don't know if it can do this, but we'll see. Or did it just make that up and you're being lied to? Did it make what up? Why it crushed the old models. Reads a sentence the old way, one word at a time. Transformer all at once. Training speed slow, can't paralyze. Transformer fast, matrix math and parallel. Oh, that makes sense now. Why throwing more GPUs at a transformer trains it faster, because it can do it in parallel. You're looking at all the words at once. Ah, see, it's all starting to come into the fucking noggin. Long context, the old way doesn't work. That was what I was taught in speed reading when I was 13. Oh, that's fascinating. Maybe, you know what? Maybe someone at Google, was trained on speed reading, and that's where this concept came from. That's fascinating. Like quantum computing. What's the best app for doing cartoon video? Right now, Mr. IT, the best one, the one that I did, hang on, I did this animation in. This one. Yep. This was done in Luma Labs. Luma Labs. So make the image in ChatGPT or MidJourney, which I can't believe I'm saying that. Like, ChatGPT is good enough now to do images that, like final images, not just like stupid proxy shit for a LinkedIn post. Where was I? Back here. Image created, encoder, decoder. Look at this. Look how cute this is. Getting started. Oh, it's doing all the images first. I like it. Look at our little claymation style. It would be if it weren't fettered into uselessness. Yeah. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? Oh, multiple equations at once. AI minions. Yeah, right? Word. All right, so it's making all the images. Oh, did it just stop? What's it doing? Getting started, doing another image. So this is, well, you could sort of occasionally do this before, where you could get it to make a bunch of images in a row. But what this is doing is, okay, so here's a new thing. Okay, anyway, welcome to Chat ADD. I got to get out of here. It's 10:30. One of the things that O3 can do, that the other thing that something like 4.0 can't do and 0.1 couldn't really do is it can do really long sequences of actions. Maybe that's the best way to think about it. That David Shapiro referred to 0.3 as semi-agentic, that kind of like Manus, when you watch Manus like log into a website and then learn from it and then change its instructions and keep moving. This is kind of doing that, right? So right now I told it I wanted to write a short story. I wanted, illustrations to go with the story. It's not doing them in line, unfortunately, but whatever. But it's going to make all these images and then it's going to write the story. So with 0.3, you could write a kid's story with all the images, right, for every page. And it'll just go do it all. And you can just sit back and let it do it. Why are you in 0.3? Because 0.3 is a completely different kind of model than we've ever seen. It's multimodal, can use tools, Python, write its own tools, can see and understand and make images, use tools, and then it's a smart large language model. It's got reasoning, multi-step reasoning in combination with those other two things: tool use and understanding images. And why I'm using it is to understand, how is it different? Why is it different? When would I use it? What would I use it for? Because if you're a mathematician, it's pretty clear that you would use this because it just maxed out the math benchmarks. If you're not a mathematician, how many non-mathematicians have PhD level problems to solve? Not many are non-scientists, right? Positional encoding. I love these little illustrations, by the way. Wordville and the Great Gossip Maker. The Twin Towers of Wordville. Scene 1. In the bright, bouncy village of Wordville, two rainbow-stacked towers, encoder and decoder, encoder and decoder loom like playful layer cakes. Gather round, hollers Maestro Former, a clay conductor in a tiny bowler hat. A dozen clay word folk shuffle closer. Inside the first tower, the maestro divides the crowd into trios. Quinn Query slips on ruby red glasses. I must figure out who I should pay attention to. Keela Key. Wait, do we have the one with red glasses? No. All right, we're missing pictures. All right. The story doesn't clearly explain the paper. It's now just confusing in a different way. Close the gap. Don't worry about the images just yet. Again, good from far, but once you zoom in, yeah, exactly. Well, this is one of the criticisms I've heard about 0.3 is that it seems to oscillate between being absolutely horrible and absolutely mind-blowing. And it seems like there's not much in between. Kyle, you're the best. Learn something valuable within 2 minutes of tuning 1.5 hours in. Thank you, Sam Elliott. Good to see you, sir. Hey, I learned what a transformer is today. I've looked at that paper, I don't know, 50 fucking times. I'm like, I sort of get it. And then it just did it. If you read a sentence left to right, it takes you a long time. If you look at all the words at once, you can figure out what's most important to pay attention to. Got it. And you can do that in parallel. There you go. That's the transformer. There it is. Absolutely amazing. All right. Did I get the story right now? Let's see. Are we done? The word kids line up to form a foreign sentence. In old parades, RNNs, they'd march single file. Each kid could only whisper to the one behind. Slow and error prone. Maestro's new rule. Nobody marches until everybody knows who matters. So before we move, every word kid is allowed to look at every other kid to see whose meaning helps it make sense. That looking process is attention. That's really cool. All right, every kid is a word in a sentence. And in the old model, kid 1 would talk to kid 2, would talk to kid 3. In the new model, they all look at each other and say, who of us is the most important to make sense of this sentence? That's cool. The game of attention. Scaled dot product. Each word kid asks 2 simple questions about every other kid. How relevant are you to me? Query key score measures connection strength. What do you actually say? The definition of the word, the content that might be borrowed. They soften the scores with a divide by D to softmax step so nobody shouts. Okay, that one sucks. That needs to be rewritten. There's something here. There's something here. This is kind of cool. All right, I got to go. I got to get out of here, people. You got to get out of here. Everybody's got to go to bed. What are you still doing watching this? How many people are here? Oh, not that many. 31. There's just 31 insane people here. All right, I'm leaving. All right. Peace out, everyone. Go play with ChatGPT. Hopefully, while I've been doing this, you've been playing as well. Tomorrow, it's Friday. Office hours at 11 a.m. on LinkedIn. So if you go to my LinkedIn channel, at Kyle Shannon, I've been using the same Google Meet link for the past 2 years. So just go find one of my previous events. It's 11 a.m. tomorrow. And then tomorrow night, Friday night, date night. All right? All right, everybody? Beautiful. All right. Peace out. See you tomorrow.